Hello everyone, I'm Loknath Madula and you all know me as Loki, and this is my video for demo of Module 7. Let's get into it. So Module 7 is about an rocket elevator's admin site using MERNScheck, and I'm going to go through with it using the grading sheet here so that we know I'm talking about all the requirements. So private repository has been created. This is the private repository, and the next coaches were added, development branch was created, the dev branch, and the questions have been answered. So as we can see here, boom, 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 all the questions have been answered. That research has been done about the templates, and I have included links to the templates and the descriptions of them. Let's get going. And then the next thing is, yeah, the tutorial has been followed. I haven't not cloned, but I have followed it. The readme has been created, and now let's go into the app. So for that, first we need to run it, and here we go. This is the site which is already up and running. So the title has been changed to Rocket Elevators, the favicon has changed, the logo has changed, and when one clicks on the logo, it takes you back. So there's that. The management table, so it has a name, region, rating, fee, sales and actions, and the CRUD operations. Okay, so for our demo purposes, I have already created one here, right here, John Doe. So let's start with if to see the edit is working or not. So south, so if I update the agent, we can see it's changed to south, and we can also go to our cluster and refresh it here, and the 17th entry, it's south. Okay, and now let's check the delete function. Now I have deleted it right now, and let's refresh. As you can see now, there are only 16, so the delete also works. And again, to check if the demo this works or not, let's use John Doe, and then again not. Save agent. So that works. I mean, that works as in we can see it in the end. And then if I refresh it here, we should see the 17. So yeah, that there is that. And as you can see here, when I click on the create agent, we see it's the create, and then we can enter all the details, and there is an option to go back if we wanted to. So cancel takes us back to home. And if you also see the edit here, so when we it says update agent and update agent for the button, and we can also cancel and go back to the screen. So there's that. And what comes next? So an agent schema, users MongoDB schema is used to create and update root. And okay, now let's go into the code part. Okay, I'm going to start from the backend. So to explain, the DB contains our connection, I mean the connection. So to connect with the server using the config, so which is protected. So yeah, it's here and it's not pushed to the cloud. And then I have created models for the agent, which should contain the name, region, rating, fee and sales for them. So we all have them here, and we all have created an user as well. So this is the user schema, and the routes contain the routes for the agents, which explain all of them. So like to get an agent, so there's a logic here, and to create the agent, to patch the agent, delete the agent. So these are all the logics for ours. And the authentication is used to log in, and if there is an invalid login, it would send to the unauthorized page. So there is that. And server is our entry point, we know, using everything here. And this is the server side of the explanation, and the client side, which is our front facing. So we have everything in our src, and the src contains our assets, components of it, and the app and main. So here we can say like the index is the base of it, but we are calling our, as you can see here, rocket elevators, that's the index. And but there is also an through the index we are calling our main.jsx. So here we can see that everything has been imported here, and the routes have been defined. So initially we would go to the login page, and then the unauthorized, I mean if we are unauthorized, we would go to the unauthorized page, and within the protected, the elements of the home page, modifying the agent page, editing and creating are there. So our app, it's the another standard. So yeah, let's go through the components. Agent list here allows us to see all our agents in the table format, so it fetches the data and then shows up as here. And login is the initial page, which I can show it to you guys. So let's just stop the servers, close it up, and then run it all again. So yeah, here we got the login page. So if I do, let's try this 1 2 3 4 5 6, which is an invalid form. I mean, it would go back to the authorized. We have a button here, go back to the login. So if I try to log in with the correct credentials right now, it would take us to the home page. So that's the login and modify agent, which allows us to either create and or update an agent. The nav bar, which is the main nav bar here, which that's the nav bar, and the protected route, which is the logic for the pages, so that if we are trying to access the routes without the login, it would always go back to the login page. And this is the plain unauthorized page. So this is the pages that like the basic code explanation. So I have demonstrated the login route working, taking to the and unauthorized page. So a development branch has been fixed, and these are all the deliverables which I am going to submit later. So this has been my demo, and thank you very much for listening.